Hello everybody, Dokkan here. Welcome to another Dokkan battle video. It is time to showcase one of the many ECAs that we got earlier today. Good old Tech JANEMBA. So I'm excited. I'm gonna showcase this guy first and then we will continue on with the Pycons and the Super Kaioken Goku. Because I haven't been able to make a perfect team on my head. So this is the easiest one that you can be able to build. Because JANEMBA's just going to be super useful fighting over here. So so he leads now Karate Body and Mind category, key +3, all stats 180%. I actually just figured out that the extreme class leader skill does not change at all. It's just key 3 and 130. It was the same prior to his ECA. We'll see. Yeah. So I don't know why they didn't decide on changing that, but that's fine. So our boy raises attack, so he's stacking attack, raises defense for the turn, and then causes immense damage to the enemy. Our boy here is guarding all attacks. He gets 180% attack and defense at the start of the turn. He gets 50% damage reduction, and he's supporting extreme class allies with 2 key, 30% attack and defense. Whenever he collects 3 or more type key spheres, he is providing extra support for Karate Body and Mind or Uncontrollable Power category allies. Attack and defense plus 30%, which is good. 1 or more rainbow keys you obtain, our boy is able to collect defense plus 150% and 30% extra damage reduction, which is very helpful for him due to the fact that there's a section of his passive here that it makes him lose a little bit, right? So once we get every attack, or like once we get hit many times, you see it here, where every attack received, we lose 5% damage reduction, no more than 50%, and then he gets attack plus 20% to 100%. So we do need to get hit at least 5 times in order for his attack buff to go up, 10 times for his damage reduction to go away. I don't want to say that that is going to just force you to transform into the other JANEMBA. You can basically make sure to just protect JANEMBA as much as possible. But yeah, and then of course we will go into our boy Super JANEMBA once we can get there. But we're gonna test him out on this team. We're gonna go into the Vegeta story, Universe Survival Saga. I feel as though over there you are gonna have a nice little setup. So. What we're gonna do, and something interesting by the way that we've seen is that apparently the STR Pycon and the Angel Super Saiyan Kaioken, Angel Super Kaioken Super Saiyan Goku is gonna be available in an upcoming summon event. It was provided to us in the news when the ECAs came out. So I'm thinking we are possibly gonna get something Otherworld Warrior, Otherworld Tournament related, like a new banner coming out. That could be the part 2 LR, right? So keep an eye out for that. That could be that is the theme basically for the LR, but yeah, pretty exciting, I guess, for the Otherworld Warriors category. Getting a little bit of extra buffs, we like to see it. Alright, so our boy landed on slot 2. Again, we have him in a little bit of a variant. We have him on Uncontrollable Power. Actually, I do need to check what does Int Broly lead, because we have our boy Tech Beerus, and I don't know if Tech Beerus falls under the category for what Broly is leading. Let me see. If he leads movie bosses as an extra category, then I'm fine. Oh no, okay, never mind. He has planetary destruction, so he fits on the 200%. Okay. JANEMBA, let me check real quick. I don't know if he has a 220% lead. Maybe he does with it's just you know, considering the HP, right? Because that's the newest thing. Whenever there's a new unit coming in, they are providing that 220% HP this time around instead of the traditional 170 mainly. So all right, so we got him here. Again, do keep in mind that our boy has 80% damage reduction, and he is supporting this rotation. So he is starting off pretty nicely. He's at 350k defense here. Let me make sure I collect some key spheres for him. Again, 3 or more type key spheres is going to get him the support for uncontrollable power or corroded body and mind category allies. He's already supporting extreme class allies. Beerus is not getting that support though, because he's super class. So kind of unfortunate. All right, so for Broly, he's gonna receive a bit of extra support here. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. We're also getting some extra defenses too, because upon us collecting that rainbow key sphere, we are getting defense plus 150%, which is very good. So we're now at almost 500k. Very strong. So let's do this as well. And again, our boy, so we're getting a 30% stack in attack and then a 30% raise in defense for the turn, which is going to be very good. Then, of course, we do somewhat want to get hit, not as much as we would like, right? Not over like super high numbers of attacks, because we will lose that damage reduction, but we do want to get hit in order for JANEMBA to build up his attack. So he started off at 5 million. Hey, let's go. Oh boy. I did build him, I did give him a little bit of extra dodge, but I focused on his additionals. So I gave him some additionals just so that he can, you know, help the team. He doesn't do anything on his like super attack that supports the rest of the team, but it's a pretty nice build that I have for him. Just fully, it's a bit of a mix. I don't have a lot of crit on him, which is good. And then I do have a bit of dodge, a bit of additionals for him, just because I feel like he's just gonna work as a support unit rather than somebody offensive until he transforms, right? So we also have the int JANEMBA here, and we also will get him linked up with the physical JANEMBA. So in this turn, this upcoming turn, I will put him on slot 1. It's fine that we're going slow on this first phase, because I kind of want to see how he performs on a kind of like a neutral zone, I would call it. Just not somewhere where we're going to be taking a lot of damage, although these guys can hit pretty decently hard. But we'd like to see how JANEMBA develops himself over here, especially when we unfortunately might have to get hit a few times. So let's get him on slot 1. Let's see his links here. We got Metamorphosis, Big Rat Bosses, and Fierce Battle at the moment. We'll get some additional links active once we go into the JANEMBA portion, because I believe Super JANEMBA, his links do change. And once we get into that transformation, the Super ECA, Super JANEMBA, will be his best linking partner. So 400k defense starting here, so looking pretty good. So again, we'll do the same thing. We'll collect the Rainbow Key Sphere, the Type Key Sphere. We're going to be supporting our boy JANEMBA in the second slot here. Let's see his defense before we go on. 585k defense. Look at JANEMBA with 1.2 million defense at the moment. And we're basically starting things off. That is his second appearance right now, and JANEMBA's over 1 million. That's pretty good. All right. So let's see. Yeah, it's a little bit of a scary factor just having him get hit, but he will be it'll benefit him getting hit a few times, not the entirety of the 5 times that, well, 10 times that he needs to get hit, because he will lose his damage reduction. But either way, he has 75% damage reduction at the moment, because again, by just going, let me see real quick. By just going in and collecting that 3 or more key spheres, he's getting that extra damage reduction. Actually, no, but collecting the rainbow key sphere, sorry, not the 3 or more type key sphere. But yeah, by collecting that rainbow keystone, you have that extra 30% damage reduction. So you're going to be comfortable with at least 80% damage reduction, or, you know, going into that. If you only want him to get hit at least 5 times, so you're going to be completely fine with him getting those extra attacks. And basically, once he gets hit 5 times, he will only have like, is it 55% damage reduction? I think it is. So, and then once you get all the attack build up from him, you can just go into his transform state. So, alright, good old Ribrianne. I did want to put this OST on a loop, but let me just continue just switching around OSTs on over here. Let me also not put this too loud. Oh, okay. Let me see, because I need to also have some time to record the PyCon showcase. But if this one is the only one that goes up, that's completely fine. Fortunately, you know, it kind of is a little bit crazy because the EZAs take me a bit of time to do. Of course, I woke up at 5 a.m. just to make sure that I get them done, and I started recording, and that was when I basically started. So it's gonna take me a bit, you know. It takes a bit either way. So that's fine. At least we're gonna get this one up. So. But yeah, JANEMBA looks pretty good. I feel like he is gonna be like a very, very useful support unit, especially for this team. The movie boss is set up. So we still don't have his transformation. Do keep in mind that he does need to get hit at least 5 or more times in battle in order for him to get his transformation. So actually, let me check, because if you get hit, do you get more dodge on slot 1? It doesn't say. I guess before attacking he gets more dodges. So let's put him on slot 1. We're not gonna finish out the fight with Super JANEMBA. No. Because we have type disadvantage against Ribrianne, so we're gonna be fine. So we got the extra support here. Let's see the defense. So 594k and 661k for the Super ECA one. But yeah, like very good support. Very high D. Oh no, you're stunned? No. Ribri. How dare you get stunned? That's not what we wanted. Okay, well, 13 million. We can be able to see JANEMBA on a 13 million attack stat. That's good. The one thing that I don't want to do is reach Jiren. Is STR, is it STR or INT? I think up against the Vegeta story red son. I think he's STR, but let me check real quick. Oh, he might be INT, I don't know. Let me see, go here. No, yeah, he's STR, okay. But yeah, we gotta remember that he hits very hard, so we gotta be careful. So let's do this. This phase in particular can be pretty troublesome because Catapestra likes to hit pretty hard. He gets what is it, 300% attack. At least on this turn, if we do get super, then of course we have the ability to revive, but that wouldn't be the most plausible thing right now. I do want to now just make sure that we don't stun anybody. Let me see, can he be stunned? Okay, no, perfect. So that way we can get the hits that we need to take in order for us to get the transformation up. So okay. Yeah, all we gotta do now is just make sure that we get the transformation up and see how our boy, the Super JANEMBA, is gonna perform here. I think he's gonna look fine. Yeah, feel like he's gonna be looking big. I feel like he's gonna be looking very good. All right, so let's see. Again, we do need to get him hit. So this time around, again, Super JANEMBA, there's no way Super JANEMBA is gonna finish him off. So let's do this. Again, we get the time key spheres that we need, and we get the rainbow key sphere. So that's the extra support and the extra defense that he can get here. And we see a couple of attacks here on slot 3. So I mean on slot 2. So he will possibly, if we don't finish him off, he will possibly get hit the many times that we need him to get hit in order for us to get the not only the transformation condition, because again we do need to get it hit 5 times. So it's kind of, it's not counterintuitive, right? I wouldn't say it's counterintuitive because 13 million. They want you to get him hit at least those 5 times in order for him to transform. However, if he gets hit more than that, he will lose his damage reduction and he will be subject to taking a lot of damage here. So no, JANEMBA, no, stop. I think no, it's just a few times. Okay, yeah, we're good. He got hit the 5 times that we needed to have him get hit. So we are good to go in terms of his transformation condition. So let me float off the physical JANEMBA. We're gonna kick off the fight with Topo if everything goes well and we finish off the fight here. This is gonna be, oh man, I keep forgetting because Topo likes to lock. Okay. Yeah, this could be a problem. So we need to have our rotations established, and I'm hopeful that he just doesn't go ahead and lock JANEMBA here. If we had the physical JANEMBA, we could have gone to his rage mode, and we could have changed the way that we could have move around the rotations without the lock having to matter. So that could have been pretty good, but Jesus. Yeah, now I'm concerned. Okay, so see, do we kill here? Yeah, we are. Okay, Topo, please don't lock JANEMBA. Don't lock the showcase unit. Oh. I forgot about this. Yeah, we're under 60% HP. What are you locked? I don't even know. Okay, yeah, no. Again, I don't know what the... Okay, so let me... Jesus. Okay, I think it was this way. And JANEMBA... Okay, let's do this. This is what I want. Yeah. If I did things correctly, then that's how the rotation should be. If not, then I'm kind of screwed and I messed our rotations up. I forgot about the rage form that good old Beatus has. And yeah, we're under 60% HP because we did get supered. So. But yeah, like it's somewhat of a discussion that people have online, is that when he loses his damage reduction because he gets hit that many times, is it just mandatory to have to transform with him? Like, do you have to go ahead and transform with him? Like, I feel like it is mandatory to just go ahead and say, oh, well, you got hit 5 times, you have to transform with him. I'm seeing screenshots of people taking JANEMBA over to the Goku story. Read some of this particular saga, the Universe Survival Saga, and he got destroyed, I saw. So, okay, perfect. That's very good. So again, would there be a more enticing reason to keep him untransformed? No. Because technically, you can keep him still, but you gotta protect him. You gotta make sure that he's taken care of. But at this point, just make sure that he goes into his transform state after he gets hit the 5 times, because you're benefiting yourself from, you know, of course, getting the support and everything like that, right? But when it comes down to just, okay, now we're in a very dangerous place here, which is up against our boy Topo. and there's no other option, you have to transform one way or another, then by all means just go ahead and transform, because there's no reason to just stick around on this phase and be like, yeah, we're gonna keep him here like this, because why not? So let's go ahead and play his active skill. We haven't seen this in a while, so if anybody remembers that one time where JANEMBA came out and Truth was doing the showcase, and whenever he finished his laugh, it was just Truth screaming, "Oh!" It's funny. So now we got Big Kahuna Boy here, good old Tech JANEMBA, Tech Super JANEMBA this time around. So on his super attack, he greatly raises attack and raises defense for the turn. Causes immense damage to the enemy. So it's a 50% raise in attack and then raises defense for the turn. Now it says greatly raises attack. Is this, I feel like it's just for the turn instead of the stack that he used to have on his pre-transform state. But the wording of this is just making it difficult. But I wanna assume that it's just greatly raise attack for the turn instead of just the stacking. Then we go into his passive here. He gets 200% attack and defense, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to any one type of key sphere, which is an interesting type of wording for this guy. Then he changes key spheres from AGL to Rainbow. I don't know. Do we see? I don't see a lot of changes on the key spheres here, but that's fine. Then, of course, once we go collecting our key spheres, we're gonna have some really very decent effects here. He guards all attacks, and then of course he has a 50% chance to dodge. Then with 3 or more type key spheres are obtained, he gets attack and defense plus 100%, and he tosses an additional super attack, which is good. They have such a freaking boner for a interesting super attack effect that is just, oh, he launches an attack that has a medium or 60 or 70% chance to become a super. It's like, can you guys please stop doing because it's kind of annoying. Like, it's a chance to be a super, like, just have it be a super attack. If not, don't have it there at all, because sometimes it will trigger, sometimes it's just going to be the additional normal, which it doesn't involve him getting any type of build up in here on his passive. So whenever he collects 1 or more rainbow key sphere, he gets an additional 30% chance to dodge. So basically our boy's going to be getting 80% chance to dodge. So he's going to be really good. Before receiving an attack within the turn, he has 30% damage reduction. So it's kind of similar to Tech UI Goku in a way, where he has 15% damage reduction, and then he will lose the damage reduction upon getting hit. So after evading an enemy's attack, we are able to do a guaranteed crit temporarily upon the character's next attack. So if we're able to dodge that attack at the start, we're gonna be able to do that guaranteed crit there. And of course, whenever we are attacking with 12 or more key, he gets 250% attack and defense, which is very solid. So he's no longer supporting. Now he's just going to be a unit that's going to be causing havoc. He's going to be doing a lot of damage this time around. So we got to make sure that we protect ourselves, because I might think that Beerus might get us killed here, because we no longer have 30% damage reduction. We are getting support from this Beerus too, actually. If we die here, man, that's gonna suck, because I do want to see more from JANEMBA. Yeah, Beerus might get us killed. What is the... Let me check the normals from this Topo. Topo hits pretty hard. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get us killed. No, that's the Goku story. Sorry, chat. Need to make sure. It's normal set for 1,000,000. Yeah, no, we're gonna die this turn. Well, it's either that or doing a Ghost Usher. Do I want to do a Ghost Usher? I want to keep going. I want to keep going with the showcase. So I'm sorry. We're gonna do this. yes, it'll take away the additional dodge chance, but I want to survive this turn in order for us to see more from Tech JANEMBA here. So let's do this. Let's see how our boy is gonna do here on this turn. I don't want to risk it. Yeah, wait, is that 41 or that 4? No, that was 41. That's 43. Okay, I got confused. Yeah, that was 41 million. Okay, okay. At the start of the turn like that. Yeah, that was 41 million. Okay, he is getting juiced up to the bone on this turn because JANEMBA is providing support. I think does he provide extra support if he's on slot 2 or 3? That could be something that he does, and I missed out on that. Let me see what our boy JANEMBA's doing. Yeah, oh my god, no, because we had him attacking on slot 2. If it was that case, yeah, I could have put him on slot. Man, I'm stupid. Okay, never mind. This is gonna be the rotation where we're gonna put him on slot 1 and have him do the shenanigans that we need him to do. So, Super JANEMBA, the Super ECA Super JANEMBA, provides support to the team if you put him on slot 1 or 3. But it's defensive support. So if in any case that we missed out on something, like if it's attack support, he's not going to be providing that. So he's just going to be providing defensive support. We dodged the normal, but we got hit with the super attack. Okay, that's fine. This is actually fine because it gets us up to 60%. Who did you locked? Who did you locked? Okay. Yeah, we don't want that. Would... Let's do this. Let's do the rage one. Because if we do, of course we can just do this, and we move the Tech JANEMBA to slot 1, and that is fine. I feel like we're gonna do fine. Again, the Super ECA Super JANEMBA is gonna give him a support, defensive support on slot 1 or 3, so we will give him that. He doesn't provide any additional support, just defensive support and 2 key. So, but with his links and everything, I believe that will the physical JANEMBA give him some good links together? Let me see. No, but it's Fat JANEMBA. The Super JANEMBA. He gives him 6 links together because of course they won't have things like legendary power and such. So, but yeah, once we... It's either getting the best links for him or just putting him on slot 1 to see how he looks. And then, of course, getting the defensive support on slot 3. So, let's see. Now our boy's gonna laugh because it's funny that his sword broke. Yeah, very funny, buddy. Okay, perfect. This is the true test that I really want to see. So... Again, he gets 30% damage reduction before supering. So we're gonna collect that. Wait a minute. Yeah, let me reset. Listen, we don't want to make mistakes here, okay? I might have fumbled the ball here with not having the key spheres that we need to collect for our boy JANEMBA. So I want to make sure that we do collect all the key spheres that we need in order for him to get the attack buffs that he needs to get. So let's get all of these just to make sure we get the type key sphere and then we get the additional attack and defense buffs. So it's at 400k. Again, he's gonna get some extra defense because of JANEMBA. but we're not going to be able to see it because Janemba, the Int Super Janemba, needs to collect the key spheres that he needs first, and then the defense buff is going to be provided. But I feel that we're going to be looking good. Let's see how our boy Janemba is going to look. We got a lot of attacks on slot 1. Do we dodge this? Yeah, let's go. Dodge. We still have the 30% damage reduction, by the way. Yeah, because he hasn't gotten hit. Let's go. 37 now. What link are we losing with him? Let me see. Are we losing just Fierce Battle? No. So, with the physical Janemba, we have Big Bad Bosses, Shocking Speed, Metamorphosis, Brutal Beatdown, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. Oh, we're losing Nightmare. That's what we're losing. Yeah, oh, okay, so yeah, that's a 15% attack that we're losing. So a bit bad, but unfortunate. It's fine. Okay, so we can't dodge this time around, which is fine. I also don't want to die here because this guy, he hits very hard. So I want to make sure we live because I do want to see that next rotation coming up. All right, Beerus, this is your test. If not, then we've seen a little bit of what we can be able to do. Of course, I will make sure to go through his world tour once I come back from my duties at work and things like that. But so far, he's looking very good. I like him. Of course, the only thing that I have issues with is just him losing the damage reduction, but it's kind of like enticing you to make sure to use the transformation once Janemba gets hit 5 times. I wouldn't say it's the best thing, because of course you want to keep... If you want to keep at it with his support, then of course you can stay with Fat Janemba. But if you want to see a bit of a better performance and want to see him a little bit more on the offensive side, then of course you just transform with Janemba after he gets hit the 5 times, right? It's a condition for him to transform, right? Getting hit 5 times. So you're kind of obligated to get him hit 5 times in order for him to just transform, right? Alright, so this time around we are not getting any dodges because this Janemba just said, well, this Jiren just says nah to that. Is it fine to keep him on slot 1? No. I don't think so. Because if he does get hit, I feel like he will die. You would have to depend more on his dodges now that we're on this form. So he's not gonna be on slot 1 character. So we're gonna have to do this. And I feel like we're gonna die. Because Broly is good. Let me see, but we no longer have the damage reduction, right? So now actually we're getting some additional support because of, oh well, within the next character's attacking turn we already did get the revive, so yikes. Well, I mean, if we die, then again it's completely fine. We've seen all we needed to see from the boy Janemba, but he looks very, very good. Yeah, we're missing everything but Nightmare. I mean, we're missing Nightmare, not everything but Nightmare. So yeah, we're gonna die here. That's fine. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about our boy Tech Janemba here. He looks very good. I like Tech Janemba. Of course, you have the 5 before getting hit 5 times. You have this ability to just make sure to stick with him so he can provide that extra support to the team. He's going to be looking very good, and especially on this setup with the movie bosses team, the Broly team, things like that is just going to help him out greatly. He is also well, he's not on demonic power. That's the problem with him a little bit, because he's not on a lot of teams. He's on corroded body and mind, movie bosses, transformation boost, accelerated battle, uncontrollable power. So the more optimal leader that he can get here is just the Broly's, you know, Tech Broly, Int Broly, I feel like he is going to be just more optimal on this setup rather than just jumping into something else, unless we get a leader for Corroded Body and Mind, which we did actually. Isn't Cell his no, it's Worldwide Chaos. Never mind. I was thinking of something else. But anyways, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about our boy TEQ JANEMBA. I like him. He's gonna be very, very good on this team setup for the movie bosses team. Just more additions to that team in general. It's just gonna be very good. So yeah, we'll showcase PyCon. Actually, I'm out of time, so we'll showcase PyCon a little bit later this afternoon. But for now, hopefully this showcase gives you an idea of how good JANEMBA looks. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys all in the next video. Bye bye.